Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be continuing What If Zeldais was Naruto. Let's get right into it. So last left this part off with, do as you're told. So after Naruto leaves the room, Tsunade, after Naruto leaves the room, Sakura comes in there and, just for him, for Dry to go and do as he was told. So when Jiraiya gets to the other villages, he notices that a lot of them have wounded soldiers, most of them with severe burn marks, others with dangerous amounts of mental trauma. And he's telling the people that they're gonna have a summit, telling the other Hokages that they're gonna have a summit. And the Hokages themselves look like they've been through hell. And when he goes back to the Leaf Village, he notices that the Leaf Villages never looked better. Like, there's no people fighting each other over small things. Like the villages never looked this peaceful, never looked this organized. And he was wondering to himself, like, what did Naruto do to make this village so organized? And Sasuke was spectating him, quotation marks. And he tells him, he just appears and was like, I was wondering the same thing. And then he kamui, he doesn't kamui, but he just disappears, he uses that shit that they use. Anyway, so Naruto, I'm gonna say, so yeah, Jiraiya goes back to where they were holding, where Naruto assigned Tsunade and him to be. And Naruto comes in the room and asks Jiraiya, how did everything go? And Jiraiya was like, I guess it went fine. But, Naruto, have you looked at the other villages? And Naruto's like, should I care about the other villages? Like, what did they do for me? Nothing at all. And yes, I am recording this at night. I'm going to start pre-recording my videos because I stay up longer during the night, and during the day I don't feel like recording. So I'm going to pre-record my videos overnight and then I'll just upload them like that. Yeah. So Naruto looks and was like, should I care? And he was like, yeah, because those villages look like absolute shit. And Naruto's like, oh, see, I don't remember caring about those villages to begin with. My main concern is my village, just how their main concern is their villages. If they can't handle their own village, it's not my problem. And, my fault. So Naruto basically tells them, he basically tells Sasuke to make sure that the summit goes off without a hitch. And Sasuke and Ryu, which is basically Sasuke's second hand, right hand man, which is Naruto. Sasuke is Naruto's right hand man, and Ryu is Sasuke's right hand man. So in a sense, Naruto is a right and a left man. That sounded, pause. Stop it. Just stop it. So they go and and they put in patrol in the area. They got a couple squads out there and everything. And 2 weeks pass and the summit's about to begin. And on the way there, Naruto, so the squad that Naruto took, he took his originals. He took Karin, Tamari, Sakura, and he took Hinata. The little girl has Anbu babysitters. That sounds fucking adorable. You cannot tell me that Anbu babysitters don't sound adorable. Yeah, I'm tired, leave me alone. I should be asleep instead of recording, but if I didn't record now, I wasn't going to upload tomorrow in the morning. So, here you go. So, they all get there. And when they get there, everybody notices, like, well, when everybody else get there, Naruto gets there like 5 minutes late. And when Naruto walks in, everybody finally gets to see the kid that's been laying waste to their entire armies overnight. And Ryu and Sasuke are there, by the way, if no one knew that. So they were like, wait a minute, we were losing a war to a child. And since Naruto never had any beef with the Sand Village, the Sand Village is just there. The Sand Village is like the Canada of the Sand Village is like the Canada of that world. The Leaf Village was America, and I'm gonna say the Cloud Village was Russia. You know, they be fighting. And then Canada be like coming in like, no, let's not do that now. I don't know. Political shit. I don't care. Anyway. So Naruto sits down. And then, like, I'm gonna say Tamari. Yeah, Tamari walks in, Tamari comes in. And they're like, what is she doing here? I thought you didn't have any soldiers with you. And Naruto was like, does it matter if I have soldiers or not? I mean, it's not like any of you can put up a fight against me, let alone try to attack me. Think about it. If my entire village, like if my few hundred soldiers can take out about 1,000 of your soldiers, and 2 of my most strongest combatants can take down literally thousands of y'all with a matter of a swing of a weapon or their Kekkei, what makes you think that you can beat me? And the Raikage gets mad, and Ryu, like Ryu starts flaring up and was like, yeah, might need to calm down before I get a little too toasty here for you. And then the dude, I don't know his name, the Stone Village Hokage asks him, why did you free a prisoner? And Naruto was like, well, because I wanted to free a prisoner. There shouldn't be a problem with me freeing someone that I wanted to free. Why did you go and try to imprison my friends and my little sister? Explain that to me. And they went shut. And then Jiraiya walks into the room, and Naruto was like, oh, finally. Everyone, this is the guy that's gonna be taking over for me for right now. No, he is not Hokage. It's just I have better things to do. And right before Naruto leaves the room, Obito Kamui's into the room. And he announces the 4th Great Ninja War. And Naruto's like, oh, okay. And before Naruto walks out the room, before Naruto could walk out the room, the Kages are basically discussing military strategies, and they want us to get Naruto's opinion, because now not only did they literally just go through, well, never mind, the 5th Great Ninja War, because, well, Jiraiya, the war that Naruto had with them, so he declared the 5th Great Ninja War. So when they had asked for Naruto's answer, Naruto just shrugged his shoulders and was like, ask Jiraiya, and walked out the room. And they looked at Jiraiya, and Jiraiya looked at them, and they looked at Sasuke, and Sasuke said, you're stupid, and walked out. And Ryu was like, see, I gotta go. And yeah, so on their way out, they run into someone that's fairly interesting. They run into some Jonin from the Leaf Village. And Naruto's like, what are y'all doing here? And they're like, oh, we were here escorting Jiraiya. And Naruto's like, that's funny. I don't remember asking for an escort squad for Jiraiya. I'm pretty sure he can take care of himself. And one of them was like, yeah, he can take care of himself. I don't know why we thought you needed him to get escorted here. And Naruto's like, yeah, and if I needed somebody to escort him, I could have asked one of my generals to do it, as he refers to, everybody that's walking with him. And Sasuke was like, well, Naruto looks at Sasuke, and Sasuke was like, okay. And he puts them underneath Genjutsu. And it turns out that Zetsu's waiting to, kidnap and kill Jiraiya, or, yeah. So Naruto's like, oh, I guess it's already started. Anyway, I guess we can start training more quality soldiers. And just to be clear, Naruto, like, the amount of soldiers, like, I may have stated in the past that they didn't make a lot of soldiers all the time. But the amount of soldiers that Naruto can pump out of the Hidden Leaf Village, based off quality, if they're, like, low-ranking Jonin, he can turn those low-ranking Jonin, give it, like, a month, like, 2, maybe 3 months, of the rigorous training that Ryu and Sasuke puts them through, and they can come out almost, not Minato level, but almost reaching there. Like, they strong, alright? Something in the back of my throat that's making my throat itch. Pause, wait a minute. No, man. Get your head out the gutter. Anyway. So, yeah. And, if you want to add me on Epic, because I did just change my, YouTube name to Shinobi LX. It's a never mind. It didn't, yeah, okay. Sure, whatever. There it is. See? Shinobi, lowercase L, capital X. If you want to add me on Epic, that's my Epic. If you want to add me on Xbox, that's my Xbox. But do not put a capital I, because that's not what it is, and you're gonna look stupid. And I am so tired of trying to explain that to people. I love y'all all dearly, but come on, bro. Use your big brains. Anyway, so, Naruto basically, like, yeah, so Naruto goes back to the village, and he gets a select few people. He gets Konohamaru and some other, like, people, and he's gonna train personally. He gets Konohamaru and the little girl. I can't remember the name that I picked out for her. So, yeah. Just gonna name her. Gonna name her Divine. Because my little sister, I don't know if she's watching this or not. I might have to send this one to her. But my little sister used to joke around and call herself Divine a lot. As in, she wants that to be her name. So, for the sanctity of my little sister, I'm going to name her Divine. And that's going to be the name of a few more people in my stories, because I actually really like that name. So, for the sanctity of this, I'm going to name her Divine. And whether you like it or not, you can go back and look and see what her name is. But I'm not changing it. It's going to stay Divine. So she gets Divine. So Naruto gets Divine and, like, Konohamaru and some more people. And he trains them. And they're like little kids. Like, they're not little kids, but they're kids. So Naruto trains them in the most rigorous ways he possibly can. And in some cases, they have to fight Jonin. And if the Jonin hold back, Naruto or Ryu or Sasuke will kill them. So, yeah. Because they show no mercy. And by the time the Zetsu start to attack, the Hidden Leaf has approximately 50,000 soldiers. That's just their base amount. And the rest of the villages have like 100,000 or 200,000, things like that. So they still have a relatively small force compared to everybody else. And that's including the Abo members, by the way. So, yeah. Well, including a quarter of the Abo members. So, that whole thing still goes down. And, they go to the place where everything's gonna go down. And when the Zetsu start attacking, the Hidden Leaf Village never has been more peaceful. Like, no Zetsus, any Zetsus that get inside are immediately taken out. And on the front lines, Sasuke, Sakura, Hinata, and Karin, and Divine are just taking care of business, along with Konohamaru. Konohamaru has a tag too. His is like Zamasu's Zamasu's chakra blade, not chakra blade, but ki blade. That's his thing. Like, he got the bottom of the barrel, but it makes him faster and stronger and more swift with his movements. So, yeah, that's pretty overpowered. And he's basically just chopping people just chopping the Zetsus open. So, yeah, they're all on the front lines. And when Naruto, once they start bringing out the big guys, once the Ten Tails is brought out, and once Naruto realized that most of them bitches is made out of wood, Naruto's like, yo, Ryu, I think it's your turn. And Naruto informs all the Hokages to tell them when to back up, or, they risk being cremated. So they back up, and Ryu steps in front, and the giant things keep pushing forward. And Ryu took a deep breath in, absorbed all of this fire, and then just everywhere. Like, anything in front of him just got turned to complete and utter ash. And the fire didn't even flare up. It was like an ocean of, it was like waves of fire. Like, it was just an ocean type thing. And a lot of ninjas from the other villages were like, bro, that could have been us. So now Madara, knowing what he's up against. Hold on. Madara, knowing what he's up against, despawns. I don't know if you could do it, but since it's a summoning, I'm guessing that you can. He despawns the ghetto statue, and he Kamui's away with Obito. And when he Kamui's away, Naruto, just for a quick second, appears in front of Madara and tells him that, it's not nice to lie to people. Then he gestures toward Obito, and Obito looks at Madara, and Madara's like, I don't know what he's talking about. And halfway through the combo, this all happened within a matter of seconds. And Naruto, looks toward Obito and is like, come on, fam, use your big brains. Then they finish comboing, and they're back in, the hideout. And the Zetsus are, there's still, more Zetsus there. So, for, a brief period, I'm saying, 2 weeks pass. And all it is just Zetsus just appearing out of nowhere. Hundreds of Zetsus appearing out of nowhere and just attacking the settlements of where they're at. So by the time those 2 weeks are up, Obito, Kamui's in front of Naruto, and was like, "What do you mean? Like, use your big brain." And Naruto just shrugs it off, and Obito's like, "Answer me." And Naruto was like, "Fine. I read the report on how Rin died. Do you really think for a second that Kakashi would stab her with a Chidori on purpose? And Obito was like, "Of course he did. I saw with my own eyes." And Naruto was like, "Are you sure that's what you saw? Or did you just never ask him?" And Kakashi walks in and was like, he was like, "Obito, I thought you were dead." And Naruto was like, "Nah, fam, Obito's right here." And Kakashi, like, a tear falls down Kakashi's eyes. Like, that little eye that he keeps, like, out. And was like, I couldn't protect her for you. I wasn't able to. I wasn't strong enough. And Obito realizing that something happened. So they do the only thing that Obito could think of. And they go to Orochimaru and they reanimate Rin. And Rin tells Obito, first off, he's grown. And she thought he was dead, so she's obviously crying. And she didn't get to see Kakashi for a little bit, so she's obviously a little happy. So, and she realizes, like, then Naruto asks her the question, like, why did you jump in front of Kakashi's lightning blade? And Kakashi kind of looks off, and she explains to them what happened. And Obito, after everything is said and done, Obito is pissed. And the thing on Obito's heart activates. And, he can bust, as you call it. So, it's nice. Well, implodes, not combust. So, yeah, this is where I'm going to be ending this part off. I hope y'all enjoyed. This is a relatively short one. I'm not necessarily if this is going to be the one that I make. If this is going to be the only one that I make tonight, but yeah, peace out.